Welcome to the channel. It is now 6:22 a.m. You can prepare to go live 1,000 times. Something always goes wrong. I wanted to welcome you. I was wearing a pendant. When I was washing my face, it went down the drain. So I put the lid on to dig it out in a minute. And then I prepared the live and put the little picture and the caption so you guys know what's going on. And somehow I lost it 5 times, so I thought, oh, fuck it. Just go raw. So we're in summer, expecting hot temperatures. Nothing new. It's always hot in Australia. People have summer, going swimming, enjoying the hot weather, but it's gonna get extremely hot. So it's no good to get out there. Some parts of Australia is 116.6 Fahrenheit, which is 47. We're getting 42, I think, here today. Yeah, I mean, it's summer. And some parts of Australia are always notorious for being hot. So we're going to play a few clips. I want to show you what's going on. The north is underwater, flooded, and there's been quite a few drownings as well. Very hard when you hear stories like that. People need to take care, You gotta be clever, you gotta have common sense, but sometimes accidents happen and nothing you can do about it. Anyway, sharks are out and about like always. I'm gonna play a little story. This is in the coast, Australia, New Zealand, and the guy was in a kayak. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'll play it for you guys and wait for you all to come in. Anyway, this is a story and a half.
Great white shark. Cutting the live bait off. Guess I'm out of here. Oh mate, get out of the rudder. Holy shit. Oh mate, get out of the rudder. Holy shit. Me, there's a huge great white behind me. Me. He's following me. He's still behind me. He's going at my rudder. Me. He's following me. He's still here. He's still behind me. He's just following me. If I get eaten, it's not going to be much fun. He's still right on my tail. He's following my rudder. Please don't attack me, bro. How do I get him to leave me alone? He's still right behind me. Can you guys see that fin? Holy shit. Holy shit. He's still following me. He's still there? Yeah, he's still there. Oh my god. Please leave me alone, bro. Please leave me alone. He's still following me. That is a big great white. What can I throw out the back to get him away from me? If I throw my water bottle, I know that I'm littering, but it might take his attention away from me. All right, we'll throw this water bottle. He's turned on the water bottle. No, he didn't. I thought that would work. What can I throw overboard to get his attention? I'm not sure if he's still behind me or not. Oh yeah, he's still back there. He's about 20 meters behind me now. He's coming closer.
Morning, Thomas.
Sorry for all the swearing, but I'm shitting bricks right now.
The shark is following him.
Far out. When a great white gets to that size, its main food source is marine mammals. And I'm a marine mammal right now. I hope he leaves me alone. I've got about 4 kilometers before I can land on a beach. I've got about an hour-long paddle before I can get anywhere on dry land. And he's still behind me. Holy I need to get in. Is he still there?
Big white shark.
I have lost sight of him. I don't like that. I've lost sight of him. Where is he?
Imagine that. Good morning, everyone. Imagine, why would you go in the middle of the ocean? This is the coast of New Zealand. And the guy was paddling on the bloody kayak and the white shark was following him.
Completely lost sight of him. He could just be swimming underneath me too. Holy I don't know where he is. I do not know where he is.
Keep paddling, mate.
I'm just not going to stop paddling and keep an eye out. I don't know where he's gone, but I don't want to be anywhere near him. I'm going in. Oh my god. This. That was one of the scariest things I've ever seen. I'm so out of here, man. That. That. Tangaroa, if you can hear this, please keep me safe, keep me well, and keep that shark from me. Tangaroa ngā mihi. This. Te moana, te Tangaroa, please keep me safe, keep me well, and get me home. Holy
You could have been home, you know. But nah. He said it's going to be a long way for a beach. I can see beaches there along the rocks. I've been going to the rocks.
I don't know where he's gone, but
Fuck.
I'm gonna turn these cameras off. Oh shit, that was him.
Oh,
That huge swirl behind me. I hope that front camera picked it up. Oh f me. Oh f me.
he will. Look at that
Me.
water. Beautiful. Full of sharks.
He's still following me. He's got a distance, but he could swim up on me at any moment. Tangaroa, please get me.
Tangaroa. Look at that. This happened in Australia too.
I get what I want and I like what I see. I get what I want and I like
Get
what I
10 cents for
Commercials. Anyway, I thought we watch Australia's gonna melt today all around the state and all around Australia. 47 in some places Celsius.
Down your spine, a jaw-dropping close encounter with a 6-metre great white shark off Port Stephens. It sounds like one of those fishing tales about the one that got away, but it was all caught on camera.
With razor-sharp teeth and its jaws wide open, chewing on a bag of burley, it's an incredible encounter with a great white shark.
It's not AI, it's fair income. Yeah.
Fair dinkum indeed. Thought to be 900 kilos, it's left its mark on the small boat and its crew in more ways than one.
Just one of them amazing days. I don't think we'll ever see or do that ever again.
And it wasn't just one, but 3 different white pointers in one day.
Absolutely pumped. It was a pretty awesome experience. We do a lot of it, but never ever really seen them. And to have 3 up on the day was pretty cool.
It all happened 32 nautical miles off Port Stephens on Saturday. Representing Lake Macquarie Game Fishing Club, the trio on board was taking part in one of the richest competitions around, the Bill Fish Shootout. Aboard the aptly named Extreme, it was a wild weekend. The biggest of the great whites, 6 metres. That's longer than their trusty fishing boat, recreating a scene straight out of Jaws.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Only these blokes knew exactly how to handle it.
She's a good little girl. We call it a little blue tub. We get wet a lot, but it always gets us out there and gets us home nice and safe.
So calm about the experience, Damien even gave the great white a pat.
I just had to touch it. Just got him up on the back corner and give him a rub on the nose and off he went. He was very smooth, and solid, just pure muscle.
And while they didn't catch the shark, which is a protected species, or win a prize in the fishing comp,
But our prize in this whole thing is just the photos and the memories that we've got come out of it.
I think you were the big winner.
I think so.
Jane Goldsmith, NBN News.
Crazy, isn't it? How you going, Thomas? I woke up so early. I think I went to bed at 8. Woke up at 3:30. Got 7 hours. It's funny. But, people always want to come to Australia and they said, oh, the beaches. You got to be prepared in Australia. We had quite a lot of deaths in the water so far. There was a missing snorkeler, and it's shocking. Oh, right. Bet you regretted taking you to the cinema. Well, Jaws was a great movie. I mean, considering the cinematography back in the day. In Australia, you get Jaws every day, It's hot here. I mean, today is going to be 43 Celsius or something. Which is 112 Fahrenheit. It's going to get to 117, in some parts. But you got to be prepared. A lot of stuff happens here, like people are concerned all around the world. Things are happening. Well, I came to Australia in 1989. I had to adjust and embrace Australia, and it's not a joke. Tourists always, go missing or have accidents. It's a place where you need to have your head screwed on, and don't swim on unsupervised beaches either. Don't go snorkeling thinking, oh, I'm a good snorkeler. Where I come from. Find out, what the situation is in the water. Make sure there are flags or people around. Let people know you're going out. There's quite a lot of sad stories. There was a tourist from Nepal who went missing snorkeling, and I'll tell you what happened. Nah, yeah, I've got the aircon on here, you know, so we always get commercials. But yeah, I mean, it's normally the pets and the young kids that need to stay away from the heat. Some people hit the pools, but even that is dangerous, you know.
Good evening. A human head has washed up on a beach near Lancelin, believed to be the remains of a snorkeler who disappeared while crayfishing. The grim discovery was made on a morning walk.
A shock find 5 days after a snorkeler went missing. A human head in the sand washed up at Fence Reef Beach. A local man finding human remains on his morning walk. He called police just after 7 a.m. Officers arriving at the beach soon after, taping off the area and removing the remains. Believed to be a 32-year-old man who disappeared on New Year's Day. Wen Rengu, also known as Walter, vanished while snorkeling with 3 friends at Ledge Point. The group hoping to catch crayfish, but somehow he became separated. Police launching a wide-scale search at the popular tourist spot with aerial support and local boats. Police drones and the helicopter scanning from the sky. Officers searching the sand. Divers in the water, but it was scaled back on Sunday. Desperate for answers, friends posting an appeal on Facebook, hoping for potential new leads. Today, the grim discovery of human remains. Closure for the 32-year-old's family who live overseas. Police say formal identification is yet to be completed, but the death isn't being treated as suspicious.
See what happened? Shocking. He went snorkeling and then so many drownings. It was a sad story of a mum went into.
There's been another drowning. Police say a person was pulled from the water in the Shoalhaven region today. Meanwhile, a Sydney mother of 2 has been identified as one of 3 other people who have drowned in dangerous surf along the state's coast over recent days. Melissa Austin is being remembered as a well-known business owner who died while trying to save her son from a rip at an unpatrolled beach in the mid-north coast. At the same time, days of searching has failed to find a man missing off Coogee Beach, nor a teenager whose boat capsized on New Year's Eve.
Tributes for a business owner and mother from a tight-knit Sydney community.
Everybody knows her in Browra, so she's a part of the fabric of the place. And we've been mates for a while. I'm good friends with her husband as well. So, tragedy, but.
Melissa Austin's hairdressing salon in Sydney's north is closed until further notice. She drowned while on holiday at Dunbogan Beach in dangerous swells on New Year's Day after bystanders tried to save her.
A young man stopped me. He was really panicked and nervous. He said one of the ladies, she was drowning.
Locals who saw the tragedy unfold have returned today in calmer conditions.
This beach has been unpatrolled for the last 30, 40 years. It has a really strong undertow. So in a big groundswell like we have here, you've got to be really, really careful.
We hear she was a mother of 2 kids and I have 2 kids as well. So tragic, really.
In Sydney's east, police divers spent the day searching off Coogee Beach for a missing 23-year-old Nepalese national. Lifesavers joined the search from the air and in choppy seas, using green dye to track the rips.
A hazardous surf warning has been cancelled, but several New South Wales beaches remain closed in dangerous conditions. Lifesavers are pleading with the public to obey the signs.
All the drownings have occurred in really hazardous surf conditions, so the beaches were closed in the majority of these instances, and all at unpatrolled locations.
At Palm Beach, a second ocean search has been scaled back after a boat capsized on New Year's Eve. 1 man on board died and another was saved. Hopes are now fading for the 14-year-old boy still missing. Isabel Rowe, ABC News, Sydney.
So as you can see, it's just shocking. And, there's been warnings.
What about Navin?
Isn't it funny, like the difference, So you watched, Martin Bryant, yeah. The Tasmanian. Ugh. Shocking. Shocking.
This week, as an intense heat wave
POS,
develops
that's
over
right.
much of the country, the Bureau of Meteorology is warning it's likely to be the most significant heat wave southeastern Australia has had in 6 years. Angus Hines
Shocking
is a
that
senior
was.
meteorologist at the Bureau, and he joins us now.
I went
Angus
there.
Hines, welcome. So take us through how this heat will develop
They got
over the
a
coming
museum.
days.
Look, we're looking at really extensive heat over several days. We've already started to see the mercury climb in Western Australia. Parts of inland Western Australia were up to about 46
Here we
degrees
go.
yesterday. And it's the heat which
Oh
has been
my
building over the west of the country, which is going to spread to other areas basically from today or tomorrow onwards. So warming up today across South Australia, Victoria, New South Wales as well. But it's tomorrow those temperatures are really going to spike. Initially for Wednesday, it will be South Australia and Victoria copping the brunt of the heat with temperatures up to about 41 degrees in Adelaide and Melbourne tomorrow.
I think he's from New Zealand, the way he talks, you know. I can pick it a little
Haven't
bit.
seen 40 degrees plus in Melbourne for a couple of years, so it could be quite a significant time since we last had 40
Yep.
there. And then into Thursday, it's really spreading across ACT and inland New South Wales as well. Canberra's getting some really hot weather at the end of this week, up to about 39 degrees. Sydney will be getting warm as well. Your hottest day in Sydney will be coming in on Saturday, about 39 degrees in the city, but that could be 42 to 44 degrees in those western suburbs. So really, if you live in the southern half of the country, between now and Saturday, you've probably got at least 2 very hot days ahead.
And in terms of towns that look like they're going to get the worst of it, I've seen a table this morning that has Port Augusta at the top. Does it look like that's going to really cop in?
Yeah, Port Augusta, one of many spots that are going to be right up there, probably exceeding 45 degrees. And for some places, we could be seeing 45 to 47 degrees for a couple of days in a row. So it's going to be some really, really hot weather. Port Augusta, as you mentioned, is one of them. There'd be other towns I'd be looking at to be near or thereabouts as some of the warmest weather would be towns along the Murray in northern Victoria and southern New South Wales, around the likes of Mildura and Swan Hill. We'll probably be seeing some 45 to 46 degree temperatures in those locations, and several spots through northern inland South Australia around that part of the country, as well as you mentioned, Port Augusta will also be up in those mid or upper 40s. So there'll be a number of spots vying for the title of the absolute warmest this week. It's likely to be around that 46 to 47 degree mark, and I think we'll only be able to know once it's all done and dusted as to who came out on top as having the absolute warmest temperatures.
And of course, with periods like this, the fire risk increases dramatically when the wind is strong as well. Does it look like the wind is going to be particularly strong in any of these days in any of these places?
Look, it does. The wind is picking up, and as you say,
They're boring, but yeah, it's pretty bad. They're predicting the fires to be as bad as California, they reckon. But you know, it's always the case. It's nothing new. The government needs to bloody step up and help.
Expect the worst heatwave condition.
That's right. The government needs to, you know. All right, 33. Gosh. Thomas, 33. Oh, look at that. Ooh. So 33 is beautiful. My God, I should move up there. Island, here I come. Well, yeah, because it dehydrates you. I urge people, you know, in Australia to look after Australia. I mean, I know there's a lot of crap going on and whatever countries and the US and this and that and Russia, and the thing is, right, if we concentrate on our state here, Victoria, or Australia concentrates in helping fire services, they don't even have trucks that work properly. Like, being a firefighter, I remember we had to raise funds to you know, buy tankers or help, you know, fix the tankers. All the money going, I don't know what, fireworks and bullshit, you know. The government needs to put the money in all the services that we need. houses up the road, you know, where my daughter boyfriend lives up there. They're building a freeway and like a highway, right? And the machinery digging for the new freeway, they were playing cricket because, you know, it's a cricket season, and there was a massive sinkhole that appeared, and so it's about like 3 meters deep, and some houses are like even at danger. Like someone was in the pool and the pool started shaking, and all the damage, I don't know who's going to fork up that bill, you know. But anyway, Australia's going to melt.
Since the black summer of 2019. Temperatures are expected to soar into the 40s across the state tomorrow as authorities sound the alarm over potentially dangerous and fast-moving fires.
The extreme heat hasn't even arrived, and already a blaze burns out of control at Mount Lawson.
It will be a challenging fire for at least the next 24 to 48 hours.
A firefight in the state's north and a funding fight at state parliament.
We're virtually looking at a replica of what happened over in LA here in Victoria.
The United Firefighters Union sounding the alarm ahead of this week's high-risk heat wave, drawing parallels to the under-resourcing and equipment failures that led to compromised firefighting efforts during last year's deadly LA wildfires. They say 64% of Victoria's fleet is ageing and not fit for purpose.
Will the truck start? Will the pump work? Will everyone make it back to the station alive? Not good enough, Premier Allen. Fix the problem before we lose property, and most importantly, we lose life.
Australia's southeast is now hours away from its most relentless heat wave in 6 years, the worst since the Black Summer of 2019.
There's not too many parts of this state which will be immune from fire conditions.
Potentially some damaging wind gusts as well, and also potential for further fire starts.
The extreme heat warning covers the entire state, and for the first time this season, a total fire ban includes the Melbourne area.
Will be our first 40-degree day since February of 2023.
More police will be deployed to Melbourne beaches this summer than ever before in a direct response to the number of violent brawls seen in recent weeks.
My advice to them is don't come down if that's your intention.
Georgia Bennett-Murphy, 7 News.
And Tara Sowers.
Don't come back, you know. They're doing, we're all on high alert, but look at Melbourne. I love Melbourne. Oh, yes. It's beautiful.
Temperatures are set to exceed 40 degrees in some parts of the state. Let's go live to Jack Nyhoff in Melbourne. Jack, good.
Oh, I love Melbourne, Thomas. I'm a sucker for Melbourne. A lot of people love Sydney, you know, and I don't. But, you know, each to their own. Melbourne has a lot of theatres and live music and the beaches just down the road, and, you know, there's so many beautiful things in Melbourne. And obviously we've got a lot of crime here and a lot of worries. And I think that people, you know, I'm thinking people that come to Australia and they're here from all over the world, start pitching in for the state, you know. Start pitching in for Australia and start caring, you know, to look after it. I'm not alone. Oh, yes. The Australian Open. I'm hoping to go this year. The Spirit of Tasmania is a beautiful sheep. Rough seas. Apparently a lot of people get seasick. But yeah, Tasmania is beautiful. You're talking about Port Arthur before. Yeah, I went there after it happened. There's a lot of important news, you know. I can go live and do stupid stuff, but I think we gotta send the right message to the world, and especially people understanding that it's not just, oh, it's summer, let's go to the beach, you know. People need to start understanding that Australia has extreme weather. Nothing new. The north of the state, you know where Passerby is, it's all underwater. It's so sad to see 16,000 head of cattle and animals cease to exist. So, you know, when summer comes, I wonder how many feel Australian, you know, how many feel that they need to look after themselves and not put strain on emergency services. If you see the water sometimes like it's really flat, then you think, oh, that's all right, but it's choppy, you can't see it. Whilst you're in there, you're in trouble. And there's places where are notorious for reefs, and so they normally have signs, do not swim here, or there's a reef in the Australian Ocean all along the coast. There's massive reefs and people don't know, you know, it's better not to swim on unpatrolled waters. People that from the area have gotten in trouble before, you know. But yeah, we got the Australian tennis and then the Grand Prix. I'll see what happens, you know. We'll see.
Morning. What have authorities had to say?
If I can make it.
Today, authorities have issued a total fire ban for Bendigo, Echuca, Shepparton and those surrounding areas, which means today barbecuing is an absolute do not, as well as using some power tools. Now, the hot weather today is just the start. Temperatures are set to enter the early 30s tomorrow in places like Echuca and Shepparton, but it's really on Wednesday when things start to heat up. Here in Melbourne, we're expecting a top of 40 degrees. And then on Thursday in places like Swan Hill and Echuca, that temperature is set to hit a high of 45 degrees. The hottest temperature in the state in Odin, just south of Majura, it's expected to be 46 degrees. Now, authorities are warning the extreme possibility of fire danger over this week as those temperatures rise, as well as reminding Victorians about the importance of water safety if they're trying to cool down following 4 tragic drownings last week due to the hot weather across the state. They're warning.
Yep. I'm gonna show you the sinkhole. Look at this. I mean, imagine they were already making fun of it because, you know, it's easy to play golf and get a hole in one. All right. Oh, 60 is a lot. Oh, I love cows. Oh my God, I love my cows. We used to raise cows in Uruguay. Mainly Hereford. You don't see them here, you know. In Australia, you see sheep a lot. And then you get cattle more up in the higher country. But as you go to where my property is, sheep, 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 sheep. And I tell the farmers, why not get cattle, you know? They said, oh, you need strong fences because cattle break fences. I said, you know, sheep are easy. Cattle is a bit harder, I think. But anyway, I laugh. Ah, so cute. I remember my cousins wearing the gloves up to here and helping the cow give birth. A lot of work, but we used to do it by horse, you know. There's some beautiful cattle farmers here in the north of the country, and they use helicopters. They've got that much land, but yeah, there's still some that use horses or bikes, I think, quads. When I come over, I help. I love little calves. So cute. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's... Well, you need it. Otherwise, you know, just to see whether the cows are alright. Look at this. This is crazy. Okay.
Expensive road project after a giant sinkhole opened up at a popular oval in Heidelberg.
Now sporting teams are scrambling to find a new home, and neighbours are left to wonder if it could happen again underneath them.
At the Banyule Bears home ground, a huge sinkhole.
I meant to play Lower Eltham here on Saturday, so it's probably not going to happen now.
And it's created even bigger problems after the gaping hole opened last night, more than 7 metres wide, around 3 metres deep.
Wow.
Luckily, no one was training, but it stunned locals who cordoned the area themselves. By morning, the ground was fenced off with security and swarming with authorities.
And I'm sure there'll be lots of people having their bums kicked this morning, trying to figure out why it is that no one saw this coming.
Because the hole is directly above the path of 2 tunnel boring machines 20 metres underground, being used on the $26 billion North East Link project.
We are actually confident that the tunnel boring machines have been a contributing factor.
Arnold Dix says it likely was. He's an international expert in tunnelling, renowned for leading the rescue of 41 trapped workers in India.
It might be that there's a water pipe there that's burst. But if I was a betting man, I'm thinking the tunnelling operation in some way will have been responsible for that.
Which has now prompted a full investigation. While that occurs, tunnelling has been halted. Little comfort to Adam Bordenaro, who lives right above.
We're a bit concerned now because does that mean they're going to pop up elsewhere?
That's exactly the reason we're doing the full investigation. Clearly we don't want that to happen.
Just weeks ago, Adam says he felt vibrations in his home. This was his neighbour's pool shaking.
We actually moved out for 3 nights because we couldn't sleep. So it was reported to North East Link, and they said it's pretty normal, pretty standard procedure.
When you're tunnelling, there's always a range of different risks that are involved naturally.
The tunnelling has gone very well to date.
Last year, the project turned this Rosanna Creek blue. Months before that, it created another sinkhole.
If your tunnel boring machine gets greedy and takes out too much for the hole that you're creating, well, you create a second hole.
Which will leave the cricket club with another hole.
It's going to cost us a lot of money, revenue-wise.
Because 13 teams now need to find a new home, likely for the rest of the season.
Heaven knows how long. It's going to cause a lot of disruption.
And like many others, they want answers.
Anything that comes out of that investigation will ensure we'll be putting in place for future tunnelling works.
And Jordan Quinn, a major exclusion zone is still in place tonight.
Karina, it's all covered up now and will be for at least the next few weeks while this investigation is conducted. But the first task will be plugging in this sinkhole to make the cricket ground safe again. As for the project, it is far from finished. Around 70% of tunnelling has been complete, and being $10 billion over budget, the state government won't want this happening again.
Let's hope not. Jordan Quinn, thank you.
It's crazy, isn't it? They all want to go and play golf there, Thomas. Oh gosh, I saved a few videos for us. This is crazy.
Shen Yun. Get tickets now at shenyun.com. She dances.
I love to see that.
Completing several frantic rescues amid the ongoing flooding event, with forecasters warning of even more rain as an ominous new weather system takes.
So this was yesterday, right? It's been flooded up north in Queensland, the northern part of the state. What we fried down here, they're facing, shocking. And people trying to cross, the water, they get trapped.
Shape off the coast.
Welcome, Thomas.
Their vehicles sinking into fast-moving floodwater. This driver and passenger grapple with a grim decision: swim for their lives or be swept under with it.
They teetered on the side. There's about a 2 metre drop there, which I don't think they realised that.
Nikki Collins among witnesses at Laura on the Cape York Peninsula, powerless to help.
Oh, shivers. We knew that rescue would have been impossible.
The pair eventually scrambling from the ute and somehow making the dash to dry land, escaping not with their wheels, but each other.
It's lucky it didn't end in tragedy, which it could have easily done.
This morning at Dimbula, west of Cairns, a man behind the wheel of a motorhome rolls his own dice, but it's game over when emergency services crews are called in to winch him from the Walsh River. Near Hughenden, Life Flight comes to the aid of two groups 70 kilometres apart who found themselves surrounded by water at every turn and bogged. All spent a night stranded before rescuers could get to them. One man walking 38 kilometres to meet crews who tracked him by his footprints in the knee-deep mud.
If you're driving through floodwater, this puts yourself and others at risk.
Another 250 millimetres of rain in parts of Townsville overnight pushed the city's dam past capacity. And while today brought some reprieve from the rain, a tropical low tipped to form off the coastline from tomorrow has saturated regions bracing for more.
Regardless of whether it's a tropical low or tropical cyclone, by the weekend we do expect to see an increased risk of flash flooding, heavy rainfall and even potentially riverine flooding for parts of the far north once again.
What we could have is a wet season that goes all the way through to the end of March.
Winton's Western River peaked above major flood level last night. Its estimated stock losses have now tipped over 16,500 statewide. And while this big wet will leave remote Queenslanders isolated for weeks, these guys are making themselves right at home. Abby Gearan, 9 News.
Straight to weather expert Gary Youngbury. Gaz, how much more rain could we see up north?
Well, Ashton, the good news firstly, I know the outback is underwater at the moment, but at least the rain is easing for the outback and northwestern Queensland. Not so for the northeast, another 100 to 200 millimetres, as we heard today, around Townsville. That is set to contract a little further north tomorrow. If we have a look at the forecast rainfall map over the next week, now another 100 to 200 millimetres over the next 24 hours, but that'll be a little further north up around Cairns. But then that low pressure system that's in the Coral Sea that's set to track back towards the end of the week. As we've heard, plenty of hype, the possibility of a cyclone. I don't think that's relevant at this point because the low pressure system can often bring more rain because there's such slow moving systems and hang around for a few days. So another soaking to come for the end of the week for the northeast and still a little bit more tomorrow. Some storms here in the southeast this afternoon. We'll take a look at the radar with your full forecast not far away, Ashlyn.
See you soon, Gary. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Yeah, no, it's shocking. Obviously home invasions, you know, it's shocking. The fire threat is real, and they reckon it's the worst, you know, it says in 6 years, 2019. I've seen others that are worse, but look at this story. Oh my God, someone got jealous and blew up the boat.
Parents do things they never imagined.
You know? Apparently they were having this chick was going out with this guy and they broke up, right? The guy has nothing to do with her anymore, and their new boyfriend, I don't know if he got jealous of what, blew up his boat.
Losing everything. It says the man accused of torching the vessel is tonight back across the border. His alleged motive seemingly sparked by a messy love triangle.
Ablaze and glowing orange in the middle of the busy Broadwater.
Oh, you can see the heat coming off it. No saving any of that.
On Friday, almost everything this Southport tradie owns went up in smoke.
I went home for the day, look after my mother, and come back and 4 o'clock to just fire brigade and police officers and the boat on fire. I was pretty shocked at what happened.
The owner, who wants to protect his privacy, is a carer for his mum. He lived on his boat and stored most of his belongings on the water.
My little brother's ashes were in it, that was on the boat, so I'm pretty distraught about that.
Claiming it was deliberately set alight by his ex-partner's new boyfriend.
Apparently she's the new bloke that she's been seeing, so yeah. And I don't even have anything to do with her anymore. I don't know the bloke from a bar of soap.
Benjamin Peter Bruce faced court today after a weekend behind bars. Charged with 1 count of arson, police say the 45-year-old burnt his face while swimming away from the blazing boat.
The court heard Bruce has an extensive history of violent offending in New South Wales. The prosecutor adding there are elements of the current offending that point to it being of a domestic nature.
Now on strict bail conditions, he won't be allowed back into Queensland unless he's meeting with his lawyers or attending court.
Is there anything you want to say to the victim? What's your relationship with them?
As the boat's owner turns to raising funds online to help retrieve his now unlivable home from the water.
At least gather some funds up to try and help with the recovery of like the old vessel and removing it so I'm not faced with further bills.
Paige Van Lunteren, 9 News.
Thank you, 9 News. Isn't that shocking? I mean, there's always terrible news. And it makes no sense because, you know, like, imagine the woman leaving him, like, he seems like a nice bloke, like a nice guy, you know. And he lived on the boat and she goes and leaves him and goes and gets another guy, which is a criminal. And now you wonder, you know, what people think. And some people can't be alone, like they can't be single. They have to always have somebody, or, you know, that's part of the psyche that we either they don't hug the babies enough when they're little, so I ask all the mothers to hug your babies, or that's not the problem. You know, unfortunately, I had the news yesterday that someone took their own life, and she was very young, and she had a 1.5-year-old. It's a close-knit circle. My mate's son, ex-girlfriend, and she couldn't handle the breakup. Then she got pregnant, and then he went to court, and then a lot of stories were made up, untrue. And unfortunately, this poor guy working and trying to, you know, it's only like 28, so young, you know. And apparently she dropped the baby off at a babysitter and came home and unalive herself. So I get the phone call and I'm thinking, I mean, yeah. We struggle with her a lot. I try to counsel my mate and tell him that to be careful, you know. Even when the son went to pick up all the property, I said, make sure you take the cops, because she seemed a bit, and it's sad, you know, because she could have gotten help. The courts were involved, there were social workers, and sure, they saw the signs. She could have gotten counsel, or she could have had people dropping in just to check how she's going, because, you know, a lot of women suffer after childbirth. The tragedy here is a 15-month-old baby, you know. He's in good hands. He's got a lot of love, a lot of good families around, but hence my channel always be either something happy and uplifting, because what's around us, the magpies are out. I love it. We need to be resilient, you know, and make sure you seek help. Some people can't seek help, you know, and even people's behavior sometimes, you know, that need to be a troll and be an asshole. Like, be nice, or refrain yourself from saying something that is gonna probably trigger somebody, you know. YouTube has been a platform where you can do so much good, share personal stories and do, you know, attract beautiful humans and create a connection. I've always tried to be, you know, that's right. I just think that if we did refrain ourselves from saying certain things, you know, so much is going on politically. I mean, none of us are politicians or healthcare, you know, we don't have degrees on economy and politics and psychiatry, and so, you know, we can speak our own experiences, but try and be open, you know, and receptive of others. Like, use your space for something positive. I think news are important, especially Australia coming into summer, and it's no difference here. The TV goes funny. It's no difference here from, you know, every summer. It's just so different, you know, from shoveling snow to where, you know, to dealing with the heat. People said, oh, I'm going to go to the beach, and I thought, yeah, don't, because heat exhaustion, even if the sun is not out, is more dangerous. But each to their own. The warnings are there, and people choose to ignore them. It's tragic, really. No, it's all right. Probably sleeping, yeah, because it's only like 7 o'clock here. Quite a past. No, when well, it's Wednesday here. I suppose it's Tuesday night in other places. And it's, I was saying at the beginning, it's hard because when you go live, you can prepare yourself. Some people put makeup on and get the studio ready, and I'm like, I'm here in bed. Yesterday was a good day with my leg surgery thing, and then today's not too bad. But on the 31st, I had a really good day. I went to the shops, and I went to the train station that I love because it's got a lot of history. I don't know if you saw the little short that I made with the train. And then I did walking around the train station, and I put the history there. It's pretty old, you know. It's one of the oldest in Victoria, train station. And I've been in bed for 7 days now after that day. So we had the 31st, and I cooked dinner, and we had friends over, and I had friends staying here. Yeah, but I've been in bed. They were in and out of the house going places, and I'm like, I couldn't walk. So my doctor wants to see me. I spoke to him yesterday. I was going to have an ultrasound done on the leg because it's been 8 months yesterday. So, you know. Yeah, me either. That's right. Just watch the weather, the floods up north, and people crossing the water and getting, I think they changed cars. And they still got bogged, you know. We had a home invasion. They keep going here. And I think they even had arms. The poor guy had to chase them with a shovel. It's shocking. And then I was watching because, you know, there's a lot of problems all around the world, apparently, with mass immigration, and there's no housing, and people are having trouble getting houses. So the government tends to rent houses from people and pay them. And they think it's safe, you know, because you're renting from the government, and that means you're going to have a secure you know, kind of income from your property. And this poor bloke, he rented his house, and then got destroyed. So destroyed, you know. I think I have it here somewhere. But yeah, it's when you help somebody, and then they just don't appreciate it, you know. Just shocking. But yeah, such is life. Shocking. I got the story here, I'll play it. Well, I got friends that want to buy properties, and then
when Matthew was approached by public housing,
yeah, he said he wants to see me, you know, instead of so I'm gonna see him tomorrow morning, 9:30 in the morning. He just wants to check everything. I gotta do bloods, and he'll check their leg. The tendon is so thin, and that's, you can't get better from that. So apparently when they do this surgery, they move the muscle to put the screw in the hip and all along the bone, all the screws, and they must have moved the muscle and stretch the tendon. And so I was dancing and walking, thinking I'm recovering and doing exercises for my leg and my muscles, and lose weight as well, because I've always been a little skinny little thing. And now I'm like, what's going on? And my poor body's like, bitch. But they told me that's chronic, you can't fix it. And I'm like, what do you mean chronic, you know? So they said it could take 12 months to recover from tendinosis, which is, I'm in a state of disbelief, because, you know, as much as I want to go to the beach and go walking and go and see my property, I am in bed. I wake up, I get up a little bit, I do my garden, I water my plants, might do a few things, a bit of washing, shower, and that's it. My days are, well, I said to the doctor, I'm not living, I'm surviving. And that's no good compared to my whole life before me, doing sports, teaching dancing, being a firefighter, always active. Some people sit there and don't do much, you know. Some people get married and become a wife and mother. I was that, plus more, you know. My children are all in their 30s now, so I think that, I think it's very important, you know, to, no matter what age you're at, don't think about it. Have a great day, you know, have a great positive experience, make yourself get out of your comfort zone and do things, or experience a little bit. Some people live in a place, right, for so long, and they don't even know what's there, because they're so focused in coming home and going to work. You might have a beautiful park, you know, or a lake or a creek or something, you know. Yeah, Thomas. And now your sister had it, so I'm glad you went to the cinema though. I love it. Even getting out, you know, for a bit. I'm happy at home because I've been out since I'm like 12, 13. I've been going out, working, and then I came to Australia when I was 19, and I had to, you know, learn English and go to work, and then had the kids when I was 23, 25, 26. So I've been a mum, very young mum. In 1993, I had my first son. So yeah, you're busy, you know. And then you have to work. When I separated in 2002, since then, it's like work. And enjoy. I used to go camping, take the kids out for like 10 days at the time and live life a little away from the phones and games and all that. So now I can catch up to shows, I suppose. Things I wanted to watch, like NCIS and Law and Order. I used to watch a little bit and then fall asleep. Border Patrol. Border Security. Fun things to watch sometimes. I read books and I knit, but now summer's here. I've been cursing the state to be cold, you know. It was freezing in Christmas Day. It was freezing. So. But I suppose the heat's going to help. A lot of people that have pain feel a little bit better because the cold is too cold. Yeah. Look at this one. I mean, I don't know what happened.
Experience Vietnam.
Oh, yeah. That's not expensive.
Join us as we
$2,000 to go to Vietnam.
Approached by public housing to lease out his investment property, he thought it offered extra security and guaranteed income. Now his tenant of more than a decade has moved out, and it's left him with one big headache.
To get the house back in this state, it's appalling.
Welcome home to Matthew Bonici's nightmare.
This is the living room,
Wow.
and as you can see, there's some pretty major damage across the lower walls.
How does that even happen?
I don't know.
Every wall, floor, even the ceiling covered in filth, with rubbish piled high in the backyard.
It was a great house. It was a great rental property for someone that wanted to take care of it.
And it's been treated like trash.
It has.
Isn't that shocking? I was just watching and thinking, when you say, where are my Aussie friends? Where is everyone? It's just you and me, Thomas. Will I have a coffee in the morning? Maybe because there's no drama and people are, you know, drama. It attracts viewers.
I want an answer. I want someone to become accountable for it.
When Matthew first leased out his home, it was a neat 4-bedroom brick house in Sydney's southwest. He was approached by Homes New South Wales to lease the property to it to be used as public housing.
And it would sit me perfectly because it was just security, and that's what I was after. During that time, regular money, and it was just helping me paying the mortgage off.
The home had the same tenant for 13 years before Matthew decided he wanted to do something else and needed them out.
We applied for possession of the house back in 2024, and the tenant was supposed to move out 2025 January.
But they didn't.
We then went to arbitration and got a new date set, which was 8 months after January. That fell on November 24.
And that's when his nightmare started.
The tenant moved out that week. We got the keys. And when I say keys, we got partial keys because of the fact that in every lock there was a key snapped in every lock, so we couldn't gain access.
So the tenant snapped off a key in every lock in the property?
Yeah.
Inside revealed an even bigger headache, his house now uninhabitable.
There's damages to the walls, there's furniture left, there's filthy carpets, obviously it hasn't been cleaned, the lawns haven't been done, they're quite disgusting, the bins were full with maggots. This is the leftover of the remnants of all the furniture and all the rubbish that was just in the house.
But even this room is trash. We've got a hole in the wall up there.
This room is very disgusting.
No space inside or outside was spared.
Oh, so this is a whole nother headache.
This is a whole nother headache that I've got to try and filter through.
That's completely filled to the roof.
It is, yes.
Matthew has since set out to get multiple quotes to repair the damage.
I think some of them range from about $35,500 to I think close to $50,000 to get the house back into our rented order. After the last inspection, we haven't received any correspondence.
But Matthew says since he emailed Homes New South Wales the quotes, he's heard little back.
I'm being told that I've got to fork for the bill, and which is unfair because my client is housing. Housing manage their client. I have nothing to do with their client.
Instead, he's left with a house he can't rent out and can't live in.
I think at the end, he's gonna demolish it. I'm gonna walk out. Go and feed Hanky. I was gonna take the camera down oh wow. Oh jeez. That's shocking. So the rat ate it. Oh my God. Wow. But did the rat eat it? Like, I'm gonna feed Hanky. I keep his have a little smoke. Go outside. That is crazy, especially if it's a new Jeep. Bloody rats. We get mice here sometimes. Little doggy outside. And then we put it here. And then I put his little medicine. That's crazy. He gets one of these. So what happens now? He gets his medicine. Wow. Crazy. He loves it. He gets so excited. Poor puppy. It's gonna be hot for him today. That's 40 degrees. Mr. Hank. G'day, puppy. Can I have your food? Oh, Mr. Skittles. Oh, it's beautiful and hot already. You can feel the heat. It's a bit windy. I don't know if you can see properly, but it's pretty bloody hot already. I can see the spider webs on the clothesline. That's why I don't leave anything on the clothesline. Bugger that. Yeah, no one's here today. I'll turn the house internet. Oh, me too. I hate them. I don't see a rat. I think we saw one near the under the tree there. See all the bugs and spider webs? I don't know if you can catch them on the camera. Oh, there's the spider web. Look, she built it again. See if we can see it. The sun is so strong I can't even see it myself. Hang on. She caught a bug. I'll go on the other side, I think, because I got the sun in my eyes. There she is. I think it's an orb. Yeah, it's beautiful. I put my hammock there. Hopefully I'll have a Guinness today. And my figs are coming nicely, see? This one is empty. So the trees have new shoots, but it's got that sickness, you know, that you gotta cut back, but I still do leave it because it just grew all the way up there. It's beautiful. Give me new lemons and spiderwebs. Oh yeah, the white cockies are there. Oh jeez. Oh wow. Those territorial birds don't leave anyone. And my ferns are beautiful. I love my ferns. Oh, I love this. The sun is actually the same as the sun in the flag of Uruguay. I love this. And it goes the other way. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. I love it. Nancy was saying on the video she likes anything that sparkles and twirls. So yeah, I don't know. There's always spider webs everywhere. You gotta clean the outside. I did a little bit. Mr. Hanky, do you have your food? I normally put ice cubes on his bowl. The water here is not good. It turns a weird color. Mr. Puppy's gonna be 42 today. Hey Leo, how you going? Long time no see. ¿Cómo estás, amigo? I was watching this con el sol de Uruguay. Love it. It's pretty old. Yeah, he's so sweet, Thomas. I can smell the fig tree. I had these old windows that were in an old unit that I designed, and I kept the doors for the garden. Eventually I wanted to take them. Ah, you're finishing work. Nice. I can see the kids have the beach tents ready. Not bad. We're here with Thomas. We're watching TV news. It's gonna be 40 here today, 40 something. So that's the sun. It's about 29 at the moment Celsius. Just like 100 Fahrenheit. And yeah, that's my tomato plant down there. It's got a lot of fruit. I mean, it's got a lot of flowers, so probably going to get some fruit. A lot of spider webs and mosquitoes. Recuperándome, un dolor horrible todavía. Horrible. Pero de a poquito. Mr. Hanky. Yeah, the fig tree is huge. It's now 7:30. See, my heart rate went up. That's good. So yeah, it's beautiful. There's the moon. 7:30 in Melbourne. There's the moon. She's beautiful. Good old crows. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. I think the birds... There's another spider web there. They're everywhere. Y la casa de los vecinos que está tan cerca. Oh my God. Se ve todo. De la cocina de ellos a mi cocina. Me rompe las pelotas. Just gotta go through spider webs. There's a massive one here. It's called a golden orb. She got a bug of some sort. Looks like a beetle. Oh wow. It's 7 here. 7th of January. You can see the massive spider web. She's clever. She built it higher so we don't walk through it. Look at that. I mean, there's no way. No way you can miss it. No, it's really nice. I haven't been able, you know, to do much out here. We had a massive party for New Year's. So, you know. And we're gonna get 42, 43. In some parts of the states it's 45, 47. So we're gonna get water restrictions as well. I normally water the lemon tree, the leaves, you know, and the fruit. Beautiful and hot. I might have to do a shower, I think. It's too strong. Mr. Hank, you want some water? He normally barks. He doesn't like the water, Mr. Hank. So it's 7:30. It's when I come out and water all my plants, water the dog. Oh, funny, you don't mind the water today. Oh, he normally barks. You're hot, puppy. Oh, you're hot. Oh, good boy. Oh, nice. He normally barks. He must be really hot, poor baby. I just water a little bit. Just my fruit. What time is it there, Thomas? I think it was like 8:30 p.m. in Ireland. Just a little bit, doesn't need a lot. Just my lemons mainly, because they're $2 a lemon. I'm not paying that money for lemons. Beautiful. I don't mind the heat. Up to 42, 43 I can deal with it, but after that, nah. One day in the bush, we got to 50 Celsius, which is, I don't know, about 120 Fahrenheit. Something ridiculous. Some parts of Australia gets really hot. Anyway, we can't waste any water, so that's it. Give some water to Hanky. I just fill this bucket. The plants love a little bit in the morning. Look how beautiful it is. I think it helps, you know, when it's hot, to have a bit of greenery around. The spiders love it. I can see a massive spider web there. Oh wow. Yeah, it's about, whoop. Yeah, it's about, well, it was about 29, I think. I mean, I can deal with the heat, but I got low blood pressure, so. You loving it? Oh, good boy. Good puppy. He loves his ice cubes, so I made extra ice. Hopefully, you know. All the bugs can wet the spider web. Doesn't break with anything. It's amazing really how they build it. There's one in there somewhere too. Gotta be careful because that's it for water. We get nasty spiders up here. There's a massive one there. I don't know if you can see it, but she comes out at night. She's there. She comes out at night. I spray them, you know. Yeah. It's hot. Yeah. Oh, there's a few spiders. I mean, you can't help it. Look at that one there. I cleaned it all up. You know what I bought? This one. And I always wanted one, and then when I bought it, they announced water restrictions, so. Look at you, Hanky, all wet. Reception hasn't been all the best, so. Oh, okay, so they're good. I mean, it did the job at the front. How weird, all the different times. Leo's in Florida, so it's 3:30. So you're ahead, Thomas, of the US. That's crazy. I don't mind, but I don't like the neighbors so close. Look at that. That's our kitchen window. I hope. It's growing nicely. It's a bit sad, I don't know why. Maybe I have to put it. Oh, really? It is nice, especially when you have things to do. Look at this, he hasn't had his medicine. Look at this. Naughty. Oh my goodness. I saw this. Have your medicine. Oh yeah, no, it's crazy. I better end the stream and give him his medicine and get ready for the heat. I'll leave you with the crows. And I'll catch you soon, Thomas and Leo. I'm not sure whether he's probably driving home. Look at us, 1.5 hours we've been here. Time flies when you're having fun. I'll catch you soon. I'll probably come in tomorrow morning if I survive the heat. Alrighty, love yous. Talk soon. Bye.